Grant and Brad's Ghastly Dab.
Welcome to Grant and Brad's Ghastly Dab. I'm Grant.
I'm Brad.
And it's getting to that time where it's starting to feel open again, Brad, and people might just be traveling. You know that?
And they might be touristing.
They might be touristing. Now my mic's too loud. Let me turn that down real quick. They might be touristing.
Do you think that's a word?
Huh?
Can you tourist? Because you can be a tourist, but can you
go
touristing?
What do they call it?
Like
That's sightseeing, though, right? Would you ever say I'm going touristing?
Yeah, I'm going to go touristing.
I mean, it can be a word. We can just make it a word.
It's a word now. We have like our own little dictionary of like hot mom.
Yeah, touristing.
And touristing and
it's not
how you spell that?
It's a centrifuge.
Yeah, centrifuge. Yeah, all kinds of different ones. 43.
How you doing, man? What are you doing? What have you been doing?
I've been busy. I feel like I've been really busy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I have my own podcast.
Yeah.
You know,
we
have our own podcast. No,
okay.
No, just you and I.
I was like, did you just start one?
No,
where can I find it?
That's huge for one thing.
Yeah.
eBay is keeping me very busy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I keep buying.
Buying DVDs.
No, I haven't bought. I've been buying a lot of sports cards.
Oh, you're buying.
Sports cards are really fucking hot right now.
They're so hot right now.
They are. I bought a lot of toys last weekend.
Yeah, to keep
some audit. I haven't went through them like that yet. I actually put them in a bin for a date to be named later.
Okay.
Because it's too much. Did you see my Bath and Body Works buy of all my candles on Instagram?
No.
My candles and room sprays.
I saw
it was pretty.
I might, you know what? I might not have noticed the candles. I think I saw the room sprays.
Okay, well, there is the 3-wick candles too. I did very well on those. We're keeping the mass majority of the candles, but
shit's like gold, man.
So, I paid for all of the candles, which was like 20 some, and then a whole bunch of little jar ones too. I paid $60.
Yeah, I mean that shit's like $25 a pop. So
yeah. And and then I bought all the room sprays for $25.
Just living life over here, man.
I am, and so all the candles are now free. I've already sold enough to call them free. And then they had like some of the room sprays were like leaves, which I know me and you are both a huge fan of leaves.
I keep a leaves candle around all the time, just to smell
it. We kept all of the Halloween candles for the most part, except pumpkin hazelnut or something like that. Or I didn't like
the only one that comes close to leaves for me is the apple pumpkin.
I had some of those room sprays.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And then I kept all the room sprays that seemed slightly used because I didn't want to sell used things. So I have a ton of room sprays. Let's just say it was a great deal. It was a great deal.
Real quick, can you say used room sprays 3 times fast?
Used room sprays, used room sprays, used room sprays.
Almost sounded like you fucked up the second one, but
yeah. And then baseball is crazy because it's 3 days a week.
America's pastime.
And I mean, it is America's pastime, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it, and my kid's good at it, and that helps.
Mm-hmm.
And so that certainly does help. But even on the off days, we're out there, you know, pitching and just trying to get as many reps in as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So between work and you know my own podcast, you know, along with yourself, and
I would love that, man. Like if I found it, like, and I didn't know about it, and it was like, "Hey, everyone, Brad here. It's my podcast."
Reselling tales with Brad.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure people listen to it. There's a reason why Antique Roadshow stayed around forever.
Yeah. So I've been busy. I've watched a few things.
Okay.
So I finished Cobra Kai.
Oh.
And then immediately started watching it with Cameron.
Just started it right over.
I
mean, that's kind of what I'm doing with Veep right now with Abby. Like, I finished that show and just was like, Abby, you're watching Veep because I fucking love it. So
Yeah, so I really like Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is a favorite of mine. It's so fun. And then let's see here. We tried to watch. Oh, I'm gonna fuck it up. It's the show with Kevin Costner.
Oh, it's a new show, right?
Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get into it. I just don't feel like we're getting into it.
Yeah.
It feels like Dallas or something, but like just in Montana. And I just don't think it's our show. So then we've been going back to Billy the Exterminator.
That's a fucking 180. And you said it so nonchalantly, like, I don't know if I'm cool with like a Kevin Costner drama, so we went back to Billy the Exterminator.
We over this time of year, for some reason, we really like Billy the Exterminator. We just think the corniness factor, the campiness factor of Billy the Exterminator, me and my wife just absolutely love it. I don't know why, but we could watch that shit like for episodes in a row. We're just super entertained.
Okay.
And then like I wish I would have kept track because I know I watched more shit. I watched Friday because I hadn't seen Friday.
Yeah, well, I was talking about how I haven't seen Next Friday in a while.
That too. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in a long time. Maybe that's next. I watched something else too. See, I'm having trouble right now. Man, what the fuck else did I watch? See, I need to keep notes.
Yeah. See, I try my best to write them down whenever I watch them.
I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2 at some point.
There you go.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
We know you're a big fan of 2. And see, that's the thing. The first time I watched it, I wasn't a fan. And now that like I've watched and read all this stuff about Nightmare on Elm Street 2, like I need to go back and watch it and see if I actually like if that will change my mind at all about it.
Yeah, I like the 80s factor. Oh, I know what I watched. I watched it last night.
Uh-oh.
I watched The Last Blockbuster.
Oh, did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
I don't know why they had Doug Peterson or whatever the fuck his name is.
Benson?
Doug Benson.
Yeah.
Be like such a, like, well, he's going to come to the store.
Yeah.
But like, it was good. It did feel that nostalgia factor of like, it is sad that this generation of kids, like our kids, are going to be like, I don't know, that they'll never have like, and it's just different.
Yeah,
I think, and I think that they'll be nostalgic about their own Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Yeah, and that's one thing that like that's the one part that hit Abby. Of course, I'm going to be nostalgic about all of it. But that's the part that hit Abby when they talked about the thing of like that Friday night or Saturday night. If you were on a first date, or a new relationship, that could be your date. Was just walking around, and then like you could kind of judge people of like, well, what movie are they going after, and then you could have a conversation about it, and that was a big deal because of how much like your relationships, like especially, I mean, something like you and I even like we would go pick out movies, and
so we had many a blockbuster adventure.
Yeah, it's we had the scandal of 2005 or whatever,
something like that.
2008, I don't know when it was.
I remember we were listening to My Chemical Romance, their first record. What's that one called?
The one with vampires can't hurt you. Whatever.
Will never hurt you. Yeah, I could probably name the songs better than I can name the record. Why can't I think of it?
I still have.
I Brought You My Bullets.
Yeah,
is that?
I Brought You My Bullets. Is it So Bring Your Gun? Is that like the whole thing? Because that's back in the day when emo albums had to have like a long ass name and like a title that made you like wonder what the song was really about because it had to be emo.
I brought you my bullets. You brought me your love.
Yeah. I still have the Friday the 13th DVD series that I got from the
that you got from the Great Blockbuster channel. Yeah, that day was so much fucking fun.
Oh yeah, I think when you told me and it clicked, I just went, "This can't be real." And I remember even being so like, you were like, buy like 20 DVDs, and I was like, I can't spend that money right now. And you're like, no, it'll be fine. And then when we actually got to Blockbuster and they gave me $8 a movie, just like, what? Like, this is real?
Yeah, so to speak of what happened was you could bring any movie to Blockbuster and they give you $8 for it.
No matter what it is. As long as it's not
no
like a ripped one.
What it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to a video game shop in our town, and we bought a whole bunch of dollar DVDs or $2 DVDs, or we just bought anything that was cheap because DVDs weren't quite $1 at this point. They were like high demand.
Yeah.
But you could find like some $2.99, some $1.99 ones. So we went first through our own. I remember Grant was like, "Oh, I remember you being like, but I really like About Schmidt, but I don't know if I like it like $8." like should I get rid of About Schmidt?
I think I kept About Schmidt. I think I still have
I
About
think you
Schmidt.
did too, but I think that you sat there and held it in your hands like, fuck, I don't know what to do. We went to several Blockbusters. We went to the one on Harrisburg Pike. We went to the one in Grove City. We went to like maybe the one in Georgesville.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure. But we just kept going to different Blockbusters and different game stores and trying to get cheap DVDs because I think we went to CD Warehouse too.
Yeah.
So we just drove around all day trying to figure out how much. And then by the end of the night, we ended up at the Grove City Blockbuster and we had like $150. And it was like you bought your like $90 Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it was
right?
really expensive. Well, for that, for what it is.
And I bought a whole bunch of Friends seasons, and because I was way into Friends at that point. Friends was like my jam. I had never watched Friends, and I started watching it, and I was like, I really like Friends.
Yeah, and
it
that's
was
when
like
probably a box set, like a DVD box set, would have been like $30 to $40.
$34.99 or something. And Blockbuster was crazy expensive, but it was so much fun. Like I still remember that day.
Yeah, and then they never sold them.
Yeah,
they had to lose so much money on it.
Unbelievable. But I will say, here's my question I posed to you.
About the last Blockbuster?
Yes.
Okay.
If Blockbuster was still around
and
had been around this whole time, do you think that you actually would have cared and been there since?
If Netflix was around?
Yeah, everything was around.
Everything's the same. It's just that there are Blockbusters.
Yeah, there's still Blockbusters. Would you have cared, and would you? Because I think when things go away
is when you start back.
Exactly.
It depends on if they still had the deal, because like back in like maybe 2011, they had a sweet spot when they were trying to fight Netflix, and I loved it. It was like I had it too. It was like $9.99 a month, and for $9.99 a month, you got 2 rentals, and they came in the mail. But the fucking thing they did was that you could get 2 movies, 2 games, or a movie and a game. Then if you finished it, you could go to the
exchange it in the store
and exchange it. So what I would do is that for $10 a month, I would get a game and a movie. I would play the game for a couple weeks and then finish it. But while that was happening, I would watch the movie, exchange it in store, and by the time you took the movie back to the store, you already had another one in the mail.
The mail thing was back.
Yeah,
it was great.
I would probably still do that if it was around.
Right. But here's the thing. Like, I haven't had blank snack forever because it's been readily available, right? I don't know what snack I'm talking about. But when I was at the store like 2 years ago and they brought back the Planters cheese balls.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. They have Planters cheese balls. I had these when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I had to buy them. When Crystal Pepsi came back,
I bought a bunch.
Ecto Cooler.
They need to bring back Pepsi Blue. That's the one they still haven't fucking brought back.
3D Doritos.
Yeah.
Just bought those. We talked about it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like everything that comes back, I'm nostalgic for, and I'm like, I have to buy it. But like, I haven't had Chewy Chips Ahoy in 15 years.
Yeah.
But if Chewy Chips Ahoy would have went away
and it came back,
I would have had Chewy Chips Ahoy.
But see, the problem now is that
do you see where I'm going with this?
No, you're right. I mean, I think Blockbuster's a little bit of both, where it is gone, so we want it back, and like I said, it being gone makes me remember everything and have the memories and the fond memories, that I have. But the other thing too is that nowadays, it actually doesn't make any fucking sense to go to a Blockbuster. Like nobody's actually going to be like, we have movies available on our TV right now. I don't want to get in my car and go get one.
So many, like too many, like especially to the point where it's almost frustrating.
Yeah, like if Netflix was the way Netflix used to be, where like you had to wait like a month to get a new release, you might have a little bit of a fight if Blockbuster had it. But now, like the fact that they're making their own original content and there's so much of it that you don't really worry about new releases anymore. Like there's no point. Like every time that they don't have something and I have to go to Redbox, I kind of like, I have to drive a block away and go to Redbox. Like Now
Right.
my mind has changed to where like I am that person now. Where like I don't want to go somewhere and get a movie.
I hate Redbox because we're really good at renting it, terrible at returning it.
Oh, I'm on it. Just fucking next day, boom, it's in there.
Brandy will take it with her on her way to work, and then like I see it in her purse 2 days later. And I'm like, what the fuck,
Well,
dude?
I'm seeing
Because you know me, I money wasting.
I know you
is
might
a
have a
no-no in this
problem.
house.
You know, you might need to discuss something with the wife. There could
We
be
have
there could be a bigger problem here.
We've had some discussions about Redbox. Trust me.
I can just see her too. Like you guys are sitting there and there's like silence, and like you go to speak, and she's like, "If you fucking say Redbox."
Yeah, there's like her purse is down in the chair. We're sitting at the island. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, what? And I pull it out of her purse, and you would think it's something else, but it's the Redbox disc. And I just drop it out of the island. Like, is this?
She's like, babe. I was gonna tell you. I swear.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? We're down 338 on this.
I can't even think of a fucking movie like that that like you would be upset about. On Scoob, that's what it is. We rented Scoob fucking 4 days ago. Might as well bought it at this fucking point.
Yeah, Scoob now costs us $7.96.
Mm-hmm. Guess what? We're splitting up, and you're selling that engagement or the wedding ring to pay for these fucking late fees.
Guess what? We're getting a divorce. We'll split everything 50-50 plus $7.96 on my side.
Could you imagine the judge like, okay, this is pretty easy divorce. You guys are going 50-50. It's easy. Just split the assets. But I do see here, Mrs. Dixon, you owe $749. It's like that won't even cover fucking court cost. Well, I had a weird thing because I'm too fucking busy to do anything. But I got to a breaking point, and I took a day off. Like, I just was like, I'm putting the phone down. I'm putting the computer away. I'm not doing anything. Not even edit a video that you and I shot fucking months ago. I'm not going to do any of it. I'm going to sit here in a dark house and watch movies. So I have some for you. I watched the new Mortal Kombat. Felt like I had to.
That?
And nothing's going to top the original Mortal Kombat because I love me some original Mortal Kombat.
I actually really like that movie too. I watched it a few years ago with Cameron, and it doesn't hold up like it used to.
Yeah.
But it's still okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's how this one is. Like, if you know what you're getting into, like, this isn't going to be a fucking, masterpiece. Like, you want to just see people die is basically what you want out of this movie.
Yeah, you want to see fatalities.
Yeah, it's a lot of clapping moments, though. Like, I can't stand being in a theater. And this all stems from when I saw the midnight showing of the Clone Wars. And, when Yoda fucking hits the lightsaber and starts fighting and shit.
I was with you on that one, yeah.
You were?
Yeah, it was me, you, Frank, Mike.
For Clone Wars?
100% sure.
Oh, well, you know how...
you're hurting my feelings a little bit. I mean...
Was it at... It was at AMC Lennox.
It was at Regal. It was at Regal.
I don't know. Unless I saw it twice. I swear I saw it at Lennox.
I am 100% sure on this.
You could be hearing the first rift in GBGG history.
I'm positive.
Okay. I usually don't fuck with your memory.
We were...
Because I saw episode 3 in
high school.
Circleville.
I feel like we were seniors in high school. Was that right?
99 was at Phantom Menace. So yeah, Attack of the Clones would have been sometime. Because I think that the third one was around like 2005. So like 2002 sounds about right.
We could get Frank in on this, but I don't. But I'm like 98% sure.
Okay, well, we're going to check. Okay, and next episode we'll have a definitive answer for you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so everybody starts clapping when fucking Yoda does it. And like I don't know why, and it's such a stupid thing to be upset about because people should be excited about movies, but I'm like, stop clapping. And I feel like this is what Mortal Kombat was. Like, there was a lot of like, get over here, and they said like fatality, and like fucking Jax got his arms and shit, and like, so it was a lot of like shit that you like. There's not much story. It's like we're gonna fight bad guys, but they wanted those moments. So like, I wasn't mad that I watched it, but then I watched, to piggyback on your last blockbuster, I watched The Orange Years on Hulu.
I started that.
Oh,
it was
God.
really good so far.
It's really good. And like, I was waiting for it because like you sit there and watch, like I'm watching it. And I'm like, are they going to talk about it? They're going to talk about it. And then they wait forever. And like the last segment, they're like, so we were trying to figure out how to get primetime viewers. And then we realized who watches TV on Saturday night? And then they show like the big orange couch moving and everything. And so they have like a whole segment about Snick and all that and Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I was super fucking happy. But I thought that it was really well done and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm up to Double Dare right now.
Okay.
So I'm at the 30 minutes in, something like that.
And then I watched, we watched, family watched Godzilla vs. Kong, which I'm not going to spend any time on it because it was dog shit. And then,
and I really liked Godzilla.
Yeah, I
really liked it.
I really like Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Kong
is just second one, the Godzilla first King of All Monsters.
King of All Monsters.
It was fun, but I don't know that I liked it. Like I wouldn't necessarily watch it again, but I wasn't disappointed that I watched it.
Yeah.
But like the first one kicked fucking ass.
Yeah, and I think that I was expecting that out of King of All Monsters, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
And then I showed my The Dark Tower. That movie still really upsets me with how much I love, the Dark Tower series. But I didn't explain anything to her. I just said like it's a Stephen King book, and Stephen King, Stephen King's a horror writer, and I was like, just to let you know though, there are 7 books, and Stephen King's books are like fucking bricks. So like, how they got this down to an hour and a half movie, you're missing a lot. But I'm not going to tell you anything. And she actually kind of enjoyed it. So I was sitting over there like clenching of like, why did they do this? But like, it's not up to me. I'm not sure. Mr. Hollywood,
Sometimes when somebody tells you something about a movie, I remember Frank. I went to a Deftones concert with you, and then I went back to Frank's, and I was like, let's watch Lady in the Water, and he was like, I think I've seen part of that. It didn't look good, and I was like, what? And you know me, I'm a big Paul Giamatti fan. I was like, here's the thing about this movie: approach it from the idea that it's almost like a child movie, like a kid's movie.
I think you told me the same thing of like, it's not an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like a kid's movie. Like, yeah.
And if you do that, if you have that set up, it's a great movie. But if you set it up like you're like, I'm waiting for some shit to happen, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure a lot of people shit on that movie, but I like it. I haven't watched it in years, so I might watch it now and be like, oh, all right, I was wrong. But back then, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah. Then we got to Dark Phoenix, the newer X-Men movie, and like,
I haven't watched that yet.
It was good. I really didn't like Apocalypse though. I like Days of Future Past. I like First Class. Apocalypse, but this one was good, and like, it just they suffer and like now they don't anymore because they got bought, but they suffer the consequences of. Disney just did everything so well, and I think I've talked about this before, that like when you switch over to X-Men, you're like they're trying, but like it's just not the Marvel movies, like there's no really cohesion between the movies. I don't feel so it's hard to get into it, I guess. And then 2 more. I watched the second Babysitter, The Killer Queen.
Okay.
Which I liked more than the first one. Which I don't think. Did you say you weren't a fan of the first one?
I was just okay on the first one.
Okay.
I was very. I had heard such good things, and so then I went to watch, and I thought it was going to blow my mind, and I guess it didn't.
I liked the first one. I like this one better though. And then to keep going on that influencer social media, riff on them. I was flipping through Netflix. I couldn't sleep one night, and I popped on over to DeadCon. And I don't know if you've heard about this movie or seen it. I wouldn't tell you to watch it. It's basically like a bunch of social media influencers go to like there's like a social media conference or convention. That's the word. And like this hotel room is haunted, and like it starts killing them, but like there's a lot of questions asked and then no answers. There's no explanation for fucking anything other than just to make fun of like YouTube stars in all reality. So, it was like an 80-minute movie. I decided to take a chance and it didn't pay off this time.
Gotcha.
So other than that,
These things
nothing else, but I actually got to sit down. I got to fucking check out for a little bit and just sit and watch the movie. So it was nice.
Speaking of movies.
Yeah, I did not fall into a trap, though.
With tourist trap.
I don't know. I didn't know how to make a segue there. Fuck you, man. Did you just say with Tourist Trap?
Yeah, with Tourist Trap.
So yeah, we watched Tourist Trap. Huh?
Was this the first time we've seen this?
No, I'd seen it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Because
this
I think
was the
it's
first time for me.
I don't know who released it. Oh, that's the other thing. I picked up, and it sounds so much cooler if you say Scream Factory than Shout Factory. I picked up 3 Scream Factory Blu-rays. I got Firestarter, which I've never seen, so I'm hoping it's good.
I've never seen that either.
I got Idle Hands.
I've wanted to watch that again because everybody seems to be like, "Well, Idle Hands, Idle Hands." It's like it has a cult following, and I'm like, "Well, maybe I missed something with Idle Hands."
I remember loving it as a kid. I don't remember it though that much.
I remember liking it too, but I haven't watched it since. I've watched it just the one time.
I think it's like a $15 one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got that, and then I got the one I spent the money on because I think that was 15. I think Firestarter was 15, but the I broke down, and let me look at this because I was guessing when I talked to Abby. I have a VHS. Oh no, I have a VHS and a Blu-ray of Misery already. I thought I had a DVD too, but I bought the actual special edition of Misery finally, just because I felt like the same with Carrie because I have like 3 versions of Carrie, but I was like, I need that Shout Factory one. So
right.
So yeah, I got those 3, and I'm eyeing. It's just too expensive right now. I'm eyeing that fucking Craft, man.
I don't like the Craft that much.
See, and that's another one, like how I feel about or how you feel about Idle Hands. I think I remember liking it, but I don't remember. But it's like, how could I not like it? Like I feel like that was like it's a '90s thing, you know?
It is very 90s, and maybe looking back on it, I would like it again. I actually thought about that, but no.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, so but yeah, I remember seeing Tourist Trap. Like somebody released it, like a special edition, and I always liked the cover, like the mask cover. And so like I sat down one night and just threw it on. Like I think it showed up on Shudder for like half a minute because Shudder fucking takes things off so quickly. And I remember really, really liking it. And then I just kind of forgot about it. And then I was like, I think that Brad might actually really like this movie. So like I am interested to hear what you think about it, like as a whole.
I have 2 trains of thought with it.
Okay, because like I was scared that you'll be like, I fucking loved it, or you'll be like, that was awful. And I'm scared. I don't know which side you're going to be on.
Do you want me to say what I think now, or you want me to?
No. Let's get into it.
Because I feel like you'll know what I think. Here's the thing. I almost feel like I should say it now because I feel like you'll get to know what I think by my talking anyway.
Okay, lay it on me, big fella.
All right. If you were talking to 24-year-old Brad, or maybe 22-year-old Brad, I hate referring myself in the third person, but I would say that he would have been like, this is a blatant ripoff of Texas
Chainsaw Massacre. Yes. Okay. See, that's why I thought you might like it.
And Psycho. It's literally the two.
Yeah.
The person who directed this must have really liked those 2 movies.
Okay.
So
visually, it's Texas Chainsaw.
Yes, but it has a lot of Psycho aspect to it. And we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But like, and both Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre are both based off Ed Gein.
Yeah.
So it has that, so it is like almost another Ed Gein story.
Which I didn't know about
to
Psycho,
me.
actually. Is Psycho really based? I thought Ed Gein was after Psycho.
The Ed Gein, Psycho was based on Ed Gein.
Oh, okay. Well, breaking news.
Loosely.
No,
I mean,
I get it.
how,
I just didn't know
it's
that it had
fired
any like
by.
real life ties, I guess.
So at least that's what I believe. You're making me second guess myself a little bit, but
Okay, I'll go with unbreaking
I'm more
news.
sure about Attack of the Clones.
How about Okay, I mean, we got a lot to figure out before the next episode, man.
But the 37-year-old me,
Mm-hmm.
God, that sounds terrible.
Yep.
Who just doesn't care anymore. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Super fun movie.
Okay. I realized though, watching again, like not much happens, but it's effective.
No,
but then not much happens. But like you're right, not much happens in Psycho.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, I guess not much happens, but a lot of stuff happens. Like the beginning seems fucking awesome.
well, okay, sorry. So, the beginning credits, it's just black. It's black screen, white text. But like every once in a while, you get this like lighthearted, like jokey music, like throughout the movie.
I put beginning music sucks. It's my first note.
It's fucking weird. Like it makes you think you're about to get into like a comedy.
Yes, yes, and I the beginning music. I know we'd end up talking about it that I love this music, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is awful.
And I don't even know what that's called. I think I played it like in like elementary school or middle school. Like it's the wooden like thing you hit to make the spring sound. I don't know what it is.
Boing?
Boing?
Yeah. It was really fucking bad.
I wrote that Scotty Too Hottie was rolling a tire down a hot road. He
was.
Yeah, there's a guy wearing like a hat, like a fisherman's hat, and he's rolling this tire down the road. And it cuts back to there's a girl just chilling by the car, which you find out that the car had a flat tire. So he was taking.
They forget about Scotty Too Hottie way too quickly.
Oh, they do.
Go on.
They do. He's just like, well, he's a car pulls up and like their friends show up and like find this girl like hanging in the car, and she's like, I should have fucking had a ride with you, like. And it's like that's shitty because like if I got a flat tire and I'm taking the time to go fix it, like don't shit on me.
Right.
Like I'm trying to help the situation. You're sitting there under a tree, bitch. The guy. So their friends find the girl, and then this guy that was rolling the tire, he finds like a gas station service shop. I don't know what the fuck it's actually.
Like a bar at most,
yeah,
right?
It was weird. I think it was a gas
station. I don't know what
station.
the fuck it was.
When he walked in, it was a bar, but like no one's in there.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, hey, I need some service.
Hey, yeah, okay. And then, but he hears these really weird, like muffled voices.
It is.
And exactly what it reminded me of was Leatherface when he's like kind of talking to himself, and he's like, especially when he's the woman.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. So yeah, so the guy goes in to investigate.
Ooh. And he
hears like
I don't even know what they're saying. Like they're whispering. Like there's like you don't know what is whispering because I don't think that you.
Yeah.
Well, no, he does see one of the mannequins, I guess you call them.
Well, he hears a muffled voice, and he goes in, and he sees like a lady there, and he's like, "Hey, bitch."
Is it? Hey, lady, bitch. Hey, bitch, lady.
Hey, you should wake up now or help me because I have a tire and I rolled it real far.
Is it
tired?
Tired.
I don't know if this is a gas station or a bar.
Hey.
If it's a bar, I'll take a beer. If it's a gas station, I need help with my tire, like real bad.
He runs outside. He's like, oh, I got this one. And he runs outside real quick and he comes back in with the tire and he's like, hey, lady bitch, I'm tired. And just kind of stares at her for a while. But was it actually a lady?
No.
Okay, I thought it was one of the mannequins.
The animatronic springs to life.
I guess I typed in mannequins so much, but I guess it's actually an animatronic.
Well, I did. It's both animatronic and mannequins.
Okay.
Both. They're all over the place.
Yeah, he sees this like human figure and like the mouth opens.
Yeah.
Like it fucking starts off heavy, like quick.
It does.
The mouth starts opening all fucking weird and it starts laughing. And then
the door shuts.
The door shuts.
And you're like, oh shit. But then the window opens. Well, and you're like, wait.
I have a doll. Like a doll comes crashing through the window. Does the window open or does it come crashing through?
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
So the door shuts, the window open, but then it closes. He's trapped.
Oh,
And then all of a
I
sudden,
just want beer or a tire, depending on what this
one of
actually
the
is.
two. What is this? And now there's a fucking animatronic. And so then a headless mannequin comes through the window, and then all of a sudden it's like a scary one comes from the closet.
Yeah, it pops out of the closet.
It's like, fucking horrifying.
It's like rawr.
But it is seriously like the most horrifying mannequin / animatronic you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I just put shit is going down quick.
Oh, quick. He fucking grabs a tire iron. He starts tire ironing like through the door. Like, let me out. And he sorry, go ahead.
He put his hand through the door to like unlock it, but something hasn't.
But then it gets stuck. It's like the fucking mailman in Gremlins. He's like, oh no, this is bad.
Something's got my arm.
Help! Help! Something's got my arm. Fucking. But the weird thing is, like, so it's already odd that all these fucking mannequin doll things are like talking or moving or anything's happening.
Their mouths are opening, like you said, like all kinds of like they're doing weird shit.
And he's stuck in this door, and then there's like a lead pipe or something. Like there's a pipe on the ground, and it starts.
There's a closet, and all this stuff in the closet starts like firing at him.
Yeah. Sorry, that happened. Yeah, like it's like bottles and shit start fucking hitting the door next to him. He's like, oh no, not the bottles too.
So this is a bar.
He's willing to die in a bar, but not a fucking gas station. Not gonna happen.
It's better.
So yeah, eventually this like pipe lands on the ground, and all by itself with nothing touching it, like it starts shaking, like someone's trying to control it, but like there's no one around it. So like, how's that even happening?
We still don't know after watching the whole movie, honestly.
Yeah, actually, that is one question
that never gets explained.
That never gets explained. And then you just hear, ow. Fucking blood pipe just into the fucking like rib cage, like, or midsection.
I've got a bar in my rib cage at the bar.
Oh, and my hand is still stuck in the door. I'm tired. And and then I did like this shot though. Like, so this like hollow kind of pipe goes through him, and the camera moves down, and like blood starts coming out. Like, I thought that was cool, pretty fucking cool, actually.
I put this really picked up quick and just went for it, and what a great opening! Like it had me because it was horrifying. Like the mannequins, I don't love a mannequin. My favorite or the scariest part of that movie. What's that movie called? Where they go find the haunted places. And
the house is October built.
House is October built. Thank you. And the mannequin lady. Yeah. In the woods, are like where it's horrifying.
Which, have you ever watched 2? I've never seen 2 yet.
I did watch 2, and it was okay.
Okay.
But not as good as number 1.
Not as good as number 1. So at this point, I think that it cuts back to the friends, and they're just kind of like, "Fuck this guy." I feel like that they just leave.
Before they do that, they have this. Just a guy talking again, muffled to himself. Like, you just hear after the guy dies that it's kind of like this guy. He's kind of like,
Are we still in the bar gas station when we hear this?
Yes, we're still at the bar gas station. You're just like, who is that?
Okay.
How is he mind bulleting all this stuff?
I wrote mind bullets in mine as well, so we'll get more mind bullets later on.
Yeah, I did too. So yeah, there's a group of teens. Slausen's last oasis is about a mile away.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
They are looking for their buddy, but like I said, not for long. They just kind of forget about him.
They don't seem to care. Like, the guy went to go get a tire, and it's kind of like he'll come find us, I guess, even though he has no idea where the fuck we're going.
Yeah, we're already moving. And the sign said, but they almost missed a sign. They missed a sign that says "closed to the public."
Yeah. But you know what, Brad? Tourist traps are good for nothing. That's a line from the movie.
Okay. Oh, is that what they say? They're like, oh yes, they do. The girl starts like, she's like, oh, tourist. You know what I hate? Tourist traps.
Tourist traps. They're just good for nothing. They take your money. They're all bark and no bite. That's not what she says, but it's about the same thing.
Yeah.
And then so they see the Oasis and their car stalls.
Yeah.
And why the car stalls? The guy's like, "Hey, broads, I got it. I'm a man. I fix cars. Go enjoy yourselves." And
yeah, well, and the one girl is just like, she's just like, I'm obviously gonna just walk off.
Yeah.
Like, and she just starts walking off. Then she's like, oh, hey guys, I found paradise.
I found paradise.
And the one guy's like you said, he's like, broads.
Yeah.
I'll fix the car. You go get naked in the woods.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I'll
just stay here and fix the car by myself.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So they go, and it's just a waterfall. It's not paradise. I mean, I guess unless your paradise involves
It
waterfalls.
literally is just a waterfall.
Yeah. And they're like, "You want to go swimming?" She's like, "Well," and I had this discussion with Abby because Abby was watching this part with me. She went to bed very quickly, but she's like, "But," and then the one square girl that's dressed like a fucking
Molly. Yeah, I put that too. That Molly's straight laced.
Yeah.
But she got in anyway.
She got in. She was like, "But we don't have no. There's only one problem. We have no bathing suits, girls." And the other girl's like, "Who said we need bathing suits?" But I swear that bitch was wearing a bathing suit under her. Like, she was wearing a bathing suit with like jean shorts. And Abby's like, "That's not a bathing suit." I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me. That's a bathing suit." The girl in the green. So, yeah. So then
I didn't notice.
Yeah. So then it fucking cuts to them fucking all naked in this like lake thing, waterfall. Yeah, and the square girl fucking was not for it, and then all of a sudden, naked.
Yeah, naked. Yeah, she's just Molly was like, just peer pressure was a motherfucker in 1978.
Oh yeah, and this guy cannot fucking fix the car. Like it cuts back to him. The girls are having a good time, and he's like,
Woody.
What?
His name was Woody.
What was it?
Hey.
No.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Woody.
All right, we'll get to it. I change names a lot because I don't know.
I have him as Woody.
Okay, we're gonna go with Woody for now. So then the rootinest, I can't say it. The rootinest, tootinest guy comes down the road with a gun, and he catches him skinny dipping. He's like, "Hey, ladies," and he like puts the gun up on his shoulder.
Yeah.
What?
Never mind, I'm not saying that.
Okay. So then he's like, "The Slausen." How do you say it?
Slausen.
The Slausen Empire used to be ablaze back in the day, but they built the godforsaken highway.
Yeah.
Took all my business away.
I used to charge $1 a day.
$1 a day to swim
like
in paradise.
Yeah, where you are right now, little miss.
Yeah, with your hoo-ha's out, just having a good time.
I see tits. 6 of them. I ain't seen 6 tits in 6 years. Fuck. He's like, "Hey." Guess what? Water boxes.
I was hoping you'd go with water moccasin next. Yeah, but he says it in such a weird way. He's like, "Now I'm gonna warn you guys.
Yeah.
Got to get them tits out before dark." And I'm like, "Oh, what happens before dark?" It's like,
and he's like, "Oh,
water moccasins."
Yeah. He's like, "Fuck, I don't know."
I was just trying to be ominous, bitch.
I'm gonna fucking become somebody else. I get all weird. Just can only control myself for so long.
They're like, "What?" He's like, "Nothing. Don't worry
water
about
moccasins? it. And they're just like, he's like, some of them might be there right now. You might feel them on your feet.
Yeah.
Some come early.
Yeah.
See ya.
Fuck. Bye.
well, bye.
So yeah, he leaves them, but he finds
Maybe
Derry.
Woody.
Woody. Okay. He finds Woody, and Woody's like, hey, old man, I got the car. Don't worry about it. And he's like, you don't have the car, man. Like,
You don't know what you're
yeah,
doing.
you know what the fuck you're doing. He's like, I don't. And then they're
He's like, that's the trunk.
and then why he's talking to the guy, like why the rootin' tootin'est guy and fucking Jerry Derry like are talking, these girls come back up, dry as a fucking, I don't even know what you could be dry as a hot cake, and
Yeah.
like just they're like, what's wrong? You didn't fix the fucking car. You said, I'm man, fix car. We got our tits out down there. Old man Rivers is fucking watching us.
Right.
And he's like, well, I got some tools to back up at my place if you want to come with me.
Yeah, he's like, Molly.
Yeah, so Molly,
Get in the car.
Molly and him seem to have a thing for a second.
He does like Molly. He has a thing for Molly,
And
for
Molly
sure.
seems a little bit comfortable around him.
Yeah, and Molly's the first one to be like, oh, all right. Like, and I was like, Molly.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't get into fucking paradise because you didn't have your bathing suit. Now you're getting in a car with this rootin' tootin' stranger?
Yeah, but like he warned us. Like, who's water moccasin free right now?
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Raise your
Molly.
hand.
At least Molly.
At least
that
Molly.
we know of.
So I'm gonna get in the car, okay? So they get in the car and they go up to the place and they walk in and there's like a bunch of shit that's like taxidermied and like there's more mannequins.
Yeah, there's mannequins.
But he has one thing that I fucking love, like, and I don't know how to ever get one of these. The way I think that you feel about pinball machines, when I saw that fucking Dr. Pepper machine, I wanted it.
I have something that you might want then.
Okay, because I love myself an old, but like I want it working. Like I like the old pop dispenser or like whatever you call it, vending machines or you know.
So right now I have a cool Dr. Pepper advertising piece. It's a big thing. Like it's this big around and as tall as you would expect, but it's a cooler.
Okay.
And it's something you get at the store. Like it's from the store. Like they would have had like ice in it and like 20 ounces.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay. But yeah, I want a.
If I had my own, like, I have enough stuff down here, but if I had my own like little shop where I had like pinball machines, I would definitely be keeping it. Put it that way. It's that cool.
Yeah, I want like a tall, like working like Coke or Pepsi machine.
Yeah, you know what I want? I want a Sam's Choice machine from Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Sam's Choice?
I don't know.
All right.
I just think they're cool.
All right.
And probably doable.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't tell what he got out of this Dr. Pepper though. Were they beers?
I couldn't tell either.
He got him drinks, like, and he was fucking quick to do it. Like they walked in the door, he's like, "Don't worry, the fucking stuffed animals and the mannequins. Like here's drinks, people." And just
I have that too. He has a museum. He gives them drinks. He has lots of mannequins and animatronics.
Yeah. So they're like, "What is?"
The girls
all
are
this?
like, "Hey, there's a big house up there. Who lives in that house?"
Yeah. Hey, you live up there? Hey, house.
And he's like, "It's Davy Crockett."
No. He's like, Davy lives up there. They're like, who's Davy? He's like, Davy Crockett.
Yeah. He obviously doesn't want to talk about it. He's like,
No.
he's so weird about it.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's like, my brother. They're like, what's the deal with all this shit, old man? And he's like, my brother, he used to make these animatronics, but Hollywood came and scooped him up and took him out, and now he makes fucking animatronics for motion pic. I don't know what he said. I was gonna.
but he does say something like that. Yeah, like, hey,
yeah.
He's
like,
too famous for me now.
Yeah, so
But so then he goes to leave, right? He goes to go help Woody, and he's like,
oh yeah, because he's still fixing that fucking car, isn't he?
He's like, don't wander around outside. He gives him another warning. He's like, I just want to warn you. And they're like, but why? And he's like, coyotes?
Like, yeah. I do like this movie now that he's just making this coyotes. I was going to say land moccasins, but.
Yeah, but basically, that's what he does. He's like, coyotes be causing trouble around here, see?
Yeah, so don't.
And they're like, oh, okay.
It's like, so we can't go in the water. and now we can't go outside. Like, this seems cool. Like, this is an all right situation.
Right.
So I don't know why I wrote this. I put girl finds a spouse, but guy doesn't live there. Just Davy. Live go to fix the keep. All right, let's skip that shit.
Here's what I have for that part.
Uh-huh.
I put girl goes up to the house, and that's Arlene, to see if Davy has a phone.
See, I thought it was Eileen.
Oh, it could be.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. They only said her name a few times.
Okay. Arlene went out to the house.
And but the house is littered with animatronics and mannequins, like all over the place.
Yeah. I see a connection here.
Mm-hmm. And I have to think. So then, this is the first glimpse we get of the killer.
Yeah.
And did you think it was Zeke the plumber from Salute Your Shorts?
No. But holy shit. No,
Yeah.
I didn't even make that connection.
Yeah, I was like, so from here on out, I call him Zeke the plumber
Okay.
on my notes.
All right.
And I fucking typed that out, and then I started just calling him Zeke because it was too tight. But so Zeke, I put Zeke the plumber comes behind her, and it's horrifying. Like, it is a very scary. He has like the hat, and he has like a mannequin face, but it's like, it's very.
Well, like the lip comes out.
It's not even a mannequin face.
The lip comes out all fucking weird too. Like, the mask isn't completely on right. It's kind of weird, which makes it even more fucking haunting, I feel.
It's unsettling.
Yeah. And then I have written down that, is this the first time we see more powers?
Yeah, because the chair is moving on its own, right?
Yeah, stuff starts moving on his own, but he's not doing anything. Like, physically, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. And then he gets put get choked with mind-bulleted handkerchief.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the girl's wearing a handkerchief, and he fucking starts choking her with it.
But he's not doing it. It's just he's using mind bullets.
He's using mind bullets. And he's breaking shit behind her.
Right.
And we cut back to the girls, and they start going around, touching the guy's shit, touching the mannequins. And they're like, this feels like flesh, like a person.
And this is back. This isn't at the house.
No, sorry. This is back at the museum with the other girls, with Molly and other girl with, like, short shorts.
Yes.
And they're like, this feels like human flesh. Becky? I have her as short shorts the entire time.
Perfect.
Perfect. Why go with her real name? So then Slausen shows the old dude shows back up, and he starts giving him more drinks. He's like, drinks, ladies, drinks.
Yeah. And he's like, Jerry. Oh, wait a minute. Now he's Jerry.
See, that's what I thought. I thought his name was Jerry.
Yeah. He's like, Jerry took a car to town. It's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about him.
Don't worry about it.
Why would we need to worry about it? He went to town. We'll be fine. You guys have drinks? You need drinks? Anybody need drinks? We're drinks? No? Do you guys want to see the gun trick again with the animatronic? Like, that's really good.
It is good. It's been a while, though, and he's talking about his wife. Like, God,
yeah. It's like, I loved her.
Tarnation. You know who I liked in my life?
Yeah. Like I liked her. Like, have you ever just liked someone so much that you married him? I did that.
Yeah.
With my wife.
Yeah.
I got a picture of her.
She was neat, is what she was.
Like, if you were to think, like right now, close your eyes, think of the neatest woman.
Like a woman?
It'd be her. She's, you know what I used to call her? I used to call her Neato Schizo Slausen. So he noticed, he noticed
after a while, he was like, "Wait a minute,
yeah,
that other bitch ain't here."
Wait, no, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 minus 4. There are 2 tits missing.
Son of a bitch. It takes him forever. He's like, "Wait, where is the other girl?"
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I mean, obviously she's been gone the entire time you've been back.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the house. And he starts calling for Davy. And I was like, oh, fuck, Davy's a real person. I thought he was just fucking around.
And he's there. He didn't go to Hollywood?
Yeah, and then it goes and it looks at a mannequin, and it's fucking Arlene or Eileen.
Oh, yeah. The handkerchief I think is still there. That's how you know. And she has
Hmm.
like the hair, like the long wavy hair.
Yeah. And so, but then it goes, and Becky's looking through a book,
Mm.
and he recognized it's like a photo album kind of,
Yeah.
and or like a yearbook or something like that. And she sees a girl, and she's like, "Man, I've seen this girl before." And she's like, and then she looks at the mannequin. That's like, it's the most. Oh, how would you say it? Like there was like a tribute or like a
Like he made a mannequin of that woman.
right, but it's in a spot that it's kind of like
Oh,
almost like
like a shrine.
deity. A shrine. That
Yeah.
is the exact word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a shrine like way. And they put it up to her, and she's like, man, I think this mannequin is this woman.
Yeah. Look at the picture.
And all of a
Now
sudden,
look at the
like,
mannequin.
yeah, and the fucking and the other girl. What's the other girl's name that he liked?
Molly.
Molly.
Yeah.
Molly she seemed sharp at the beginning,
Yeah.
and now she's just like,
Whatever. I like I said, I think that she might have it out for the old man.
yeah.
He gets her motor running.
Oh, wait a minute. When you say you have it out for him, that means like I'm gonna get him.
No,
You mean she wants some
I
love.
think she fancies him a little bit, or she
Yeah,
trusts him a little bit more than she should.
yeah, I agree. Um, so then,
I have he comes back and is like, I didn't find the fucking bitch.
the girls go outside.
Hold on.
Oh no, he comes back. Yo, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry.
And
And
then
he's
he's
like, "Oh, I'm
like,
gonna go look for her."
and this is the line doesn't make any sense. So if fucking Jerry went to town, I think he says, I can't find your friend. She must have went and got in the Jeep.
Yeah,
So how could she have gotten in the Jeep if the Jeep's not there?
I don't know. Nothing
Okay.
he says makes sense.
No.
Like,
His story's falling apart very quickly now.
yeah, and like I said, they don't care.
No, they don't think this is odd at all.
No. So now the girls go outside, and well, they're like, "Well, can we go? Can we go look? Help you look?" And he's like, "No, it's dangerous out here."
But why?
Yeah, and I don't know that he says anything.
He doesn't give an answer. Like he's out of answers.
Yeah.
He's like, dark,
He's
and
just
like walks
it's
out.
dark out here. Don't you see it?
So the girls say fuck it, and they leave anyways.
Yeah.
And they go to the house, and they think that their friend. It's a really odd thing. They're like, I bet she's fucking some farm boy. It's like, what?
Does she say that?
Yeah, because like they can't find the girl, and I think they hear the voices of the mannequins. And
I
they're like,
totally missed that.
yeah, and she's like, I bet she's with some farm boy.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
Becky
what?
goes to the house. She just like sneaks in the upstairs window. She doesn't even like go try to like knock on the door,
See if
or like
anybody's
be
home.
normal. Yeah, she's just like, well, I'm obviously gonna go and go up the house to the second story and go in the window.
Mm.
And the other girl, while she was like, well, we don't have bathing suits. But this, she didn't say anything about it.
No.
She was just like, that seems completely reasonable.
Yeah, so then there's a mannequin on a bed. I don't know if it's a bed or not, maybe a table. But it's in like a really, like you see this like sheet in a really odd position that like if
almost
it was
like a big dead bug, huge dead bug.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. And like they pull off the sheet and this mannequin's in a weird position with like lipstick all over it, where it looks like
I thought it was blood.
Oh, is it? I just saw red.
It could be lipstick. No, I
assume that there might be some like weird sex thing going on, like that the lipstick was smeared like kissing it or something.
Yeah, and it could be, and there was mannequins like everywhere. And you're probably right. That makes sense too.
Yeah.
And then you just see that Davy's just sitting there as one of the mannequins, just looking at her. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I think I got chills during that part because he was just sitting so still next to the other mannequins. And like, you'd never know.
Yeah. And this is where it got kind of confusing for me if you don't pay close enough attention, because as of right now, you have two people, like two actual, like the rest of them you can tell they're dolls or inanimate objects. But right now you have two people wearing masks because there's different like outfits. So I couldn't, like, I get them mixed up a lot of who is actually who at this part, I feel. Because I feel like the person that snuck up behind her when you said it was creepy as hell and, like, strangled her with the handkerchief, that's a different person than Davy.
I think they're all the same person.
But the end, though. Okay, so we'll get there. Okay. So, hold on. I got to get back. One of them starts moving. Eileen, somehow she made it to another room. She spins around and scares Short Shorts, and another person comes out and fucking tackles her. That's what I have.
I put, Bloodface Davies is looking for animatronic and Sherry.
Well,
the animatronic is Sherry, the one girl.
Okay.
And then I put it. Then Davey tackles her, and she hits him with an arm because there's an arm just laying there.
So is this the part 2 where we already see, is Davey sitting with the old woman mannequin?
Maybe, I don't know.
There's like an old woman at some point like knitting, and it looks very real. I mean, obviously, if you actually looked at it, you would know that it wasn't a person, but like it's damn close. I feel
right,
and so it's just like this awkward scene.
Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, like if you walked in and saw a person wearing this mask and sitting next to an animatronic old woman and like treating it like a real person, like it's a fucked up scene. Like there's a lot of scenes that are visually like. If this wasn't a movie, like holy shit, it would be fucking terrible.
Yes. So he takes her to the basement, and then there's like this random girl there, right?
I took this as one of them was already tied up.
Yeah, and then the guy's there.
The guy's there. So I took that as...
He's tied up, and then there's this other girl there, and she's like, "Hey, this is fucked up, I'll be honest."
I mean, if we're all being fucking cool with each other right now, like, you cool?
Things are not good.
Yeah, this is opposite of 100% good. That's what this is.
Things have taken a turn for the worse since I got here.
So yeah, basically, like, all these people are hostage now in the basement, and they're all tied up. And it cuts to one of the fucking mannequin people, like the bad person. He's getting ready with like a top hat.
Yeah, his voice is so weird.
Yeah,
and he starts
I don't know what he's saying. He's singing something.
Yeah, he starts singing, and he makes him take a shot.
Yeah, he like brings him drinks. Yeah. And it's like, we're going to have a party. He's singing Black Eyed Peas. He's like, tonight is going to be a good night. And it's like,
but he's like, tonight is... His voice is so weird.
I got a feeling.
Yes, it's more like that. It's really weird. Like, and he talks a while, and he starts... this scene is pretty good.
And he has a full-blown... both people still have this full-blown mask on. Like this weird mannequin.
Yeah, you really thought that there was two people? I only thought that there was one.
No, I thought that there was two.
Maybe I missed that.
Until the end, but I thought there was two.
Okay. I
thought that there was Davey, and so far we don't know who the other guy is. So I thought Davey was a completely different person.
So wait. You didn't think that Davey was...
No, I thought so basically I thought that there was a guy, an unknown guy going around killing people. And then once we get to this scene with the old woman animatronic, that was Davey. So there were two masked like people terrorizing these kids.
Huh.
Is what I thought. Because there's like they have different outfits, like they act differently.
Yeah, that's why. See, I guess I thought that what's his name,
Slauson
is everybody. It's
well,
a psychic
yeah.
thing.
I mean, yeah, but as of right now, I thought there
that
was
at
two
this
people.
point.
Yeah, I thought that at this point. I didn't know that. Like the first time I watched it, I didn't know that Slauson was anybody.
Okay, yeah, I thought Slauson was everybody.
Okay.
So I was already like, this is fucking psycho. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Go on though. I'm sorry.
So he
maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you could cut that out. I don't know.
So then he puts one of the girls, I don't know which girl it is, on like this Dexter. Sorry, I thought I heard something. He puts one of the girls on like this Dexter table, and like he starts he still has his fucking top hat on too, and he starts describing like the process of making like a mask or a mannequin like face, and he has like this putty, I don't know what it is, plaster, that he starts like putting on her face, and he's like, see, like it's so easy, but then he starts describing like death, like how it would kill her. He's like, I'm gonna put it over like your eyes and your nose, and then you'll slowly stop breathing, but not suffocate, and then your heart will explode. explode. Like, I
This
fucking
will
loved it,
be
man.
the last thing you ever see.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I'm putting it over your mouth, but you will not suffocate.
Yeah.
And he's right, because her heart explodes.
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
see her all
Your
fucking,
heart will burst from fright before you suffocate.
yeah. And it
you're
does.
just like,
She fucking starts breathing heavy and then fucking stops breathing.
so then I have Woody attacks him. I go back and forth, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, Woody attacks him with an axe, but gets fucking thrown off of him.
Yeah, they scuffle, and then Zeke chokes him out, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Fucking arm bar. And so Blonde Girl is still back at the museum, by the way. And she like tries out like she sees like the mannequin that he has a shrine to, his ex-wife or his dead wife, whatever the fuck she is. And she sees the dress and she kind of like is dressed like her, and like then she like kind of wraps around the dress, and like I took it as like she was thinking about wearing the dress. I don't know.
Yes.
Like I said, she's into this, it seems, or at least not put off by it.
Yeah. And then Zeke the plumber starts to talk ill of his brother, and he's like,
My brother's going to get rid of me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He makes me wear my mask because I am more handsome than him. And I don't think there's a brother, if I haven't said that already.
Well, he's like, he won't let his wife see me.
Yes,
I'm too good looking.
Yeah, I'm too good looking. Which I love that fucking scene too.
Yeah. Oh, he's so creepy.
But at the whole time, while he's telling the story about why he has to wear the mask, fucking, I think, Davy Jerry is like looking for, or he's like reaching for this key to like get out. And
yeah,
and Davy lets him get so fucking close. He's like reaching, and he's reaching, and he's reaching, and then Davy, fucking like a pimp, is just like, whoop, and uses mind bullets and fucking takes that key away. And he's like, oh, I don't know what he says, but basically he's like, good idea, so close. Like he's just fucking with him. Like it's weird, man.
It is. And then all of a sudden, Holly's in the woods, and
Yeah.
I put doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? I've had 2 Dr. Peppers. I'm willing to take this risk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the woods.
Yeah. And she can hear the whispering though. Like the whispering starts again. I don't know what they say, but they just keep whispering.
And I put Zeke is all of a sudden there, but with a different face, and he's holding the Zeke face and makes it scream.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is just Leatherface. You know how Leatherface would put on different masks and outfits, and there all of a sudden he would be Leatherface, and then all of a sudden he would change when the boys were getting home, and he'd be the mom or the matriarch of the family.
Yeah.
And he would act and put different clothes on. I was like, well, that's what this is.
His noises would be different too. Like, don't they change throughout? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he actually ever talk? I still haven't seen the third movie, Leatherface. Does he ever actually like make words come out?
No, not in that one.
Okay.
Well, he talks, but he doesn't make words. I don't know that I call them words.
Okay.
It's
yeah. Okay. Enough with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jesus Christ. So the dude pops up with her friend's head, which I fucking love. Like it's Jerry's head, right? Is it the dude head?
I'm still on having Zeke's head because he throws the Zeke head and the thing starts moving and talking by itself.
Maybe that's what okay, sorry. Maybe I thought it was one of her friends.
And now suddenly Slauson is there in his truck.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, hey, Tarnation.
Fucking
what are you doing here?
Coyotes, moccasins, no sun. What the fuck did you not understand?
Why are you in the woods?
Yeah. Hey, tits, upstairs now. We got more pop to drink.
Do you like Dr. Pepper? I got some. I have a machine now.
She
she starts to describe who attacked her, and he's like, damn it.
Yeah.
I know who was.
I know, I'm so sorry. But hear me out. I know you want to go to the police, all right? But like he's family, so like let me talk to him first, please.
And he's like, what mask did he have on?
Oh yeah, he
And
does.
I was like, I put that. I love what this implies. But even though it's a Leatherface ripoff, he knows that, like, all right, depending on what mask he has on, I know who I'm gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
And I might know how to get him, where to find him, and how to get him, and how to talk him down. So I need to prepare myself for who the fuck I'm gonna be running into here in a minute. And I love that, but it is a Leatherface ripoff.
Yeah. So he gets out of the car and just fucking leaves her. With the gun.
Oh no, they go back to the house, right? He's like, "Hey, here's gun."
Yeah, but sorry, but I mean, he goes into the museum, but leaves her outside next to the truck.
She starts screaming for him. She hears the radio and is relieved. The brother is there, and she shoots him. Is what I have.
Okay, and then I have he calls her little girl. I don't know if that matters. He's like, little girl. And then she fucking breaks his mask. And who is it, Brad? Is it really the brother?
No.
Oh God, who is it?
It's Slauson.
It's the rootin' and tootin' and Slauson.
And there was blanks in the guns.
Yeah. And so she runs away. She's like, well, now, like...
And he just starts singing, bang, bang, you're dead. Bang, bang, you're dead.
Yeah, and I love those little things like that. But she's just like, man, like, I was going to put out... Like, I was putting a dress on. I was thinking about opening that third Dr. Pepper. But, like, you blew it, buddy. Swipe left. So she fucking makes it back to the waterfall, and she's like, "Oh well, I know the moccasins are out there, but like, I think I'm going for it." Yeah,
but and she kind of gets down in the water. Like I was like, "Damn,"
which I probably would too. Though I mean,
yeah, what else can you do?
I don't know. I like in this situation, I would hope that maybe I'd keep running, but at the same time, if I'm somewhere I don't know where the fuck I am, and I see the water and it's dark enough, I'd be like, but like water's so sketchy because like if you move, someone's gonna hear you. But this is fucked up because she gets in the water, tries to hide. He's already in there. Yeah. He's like, boo, bitch, and like jumps up and tries to drown her.
So creepy.
Yeah. So then why the struggle at the waterfall is happening, we cut back to the people in the basement. I think it's Short Shorts and Jerry. Is that right?
I think so.
They're trying to break free. And this is fucking weird because I must have not paid attention because the next note I have is that Slauson brings his brother some food.
Yeah, he puts on a mask and he's able to talk to his mannequin friends.
What happened at the waterfall? Did she die?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, and he keeps trying to talk to his brother and he's like, "You want me to put on the mask?" or whatever the fuck he says. Like somehow he knows he has to put on a mask or his brother won't talk to him.
Right. And then doesn't he try to make it eat soup?
Yeah, and like it's really weird because once he put on the mask too, I feel like the brother like comes alive. It's like, hey, like he's all.
But then all of a sudden, the head falls off when he's trying to feed it the.
Yeah, so that's the turn because, like I said, this whole time I thought that there were two humans. I thought it was Slauson and I thought it was Davy, and then you find out that Davy's a fucking robot as well. And yeah, Davy's fucking head falls off.
Yeah,
and that's the like what moment. So, like, some stuff still hasn't been explained, but, like, you realize the whole time, one guy has been doing all of this.
Yes.
He's been an entertaining company and then also trying to murder these fucking people while putting on different costumes.
Yes, depending on his mood.
Yeah.
And so then he has on a new face. He's just sitting there playing with baby dolls.
Yeah. Fucking.
Just why wouldn't he take a pause? He's like, you know what?
I think the grandma's back, too.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
And so then they kind of make a sound, and then they pretend to be mannequins.
Yeah, so they they break out.
Yeah.
And then they open a door, and it's a great scene because they open a door, and there's a hallway full of mannequins. So you have to make it past these mannequins that can come alive now.
Possibly.
And Slauson's like, "What's that? What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, he stops his doll playing.
Yeah, and then so they do. They like freeze, and I think the girl like grabs a coat and like holds it, like all fucking weird,
like he wouldn't know what his mannequins look like and where they are. Like it's so unrealistic because you can tell that he has a great affinity for him.
Yeah.
So to all of a sudden, it's like, I mean, it's like if I walked down and I had two pinball machines, I wouldn't notice. Like,
And then he finds them acting like mannequins, and Jerry jumps out the window in the most dramatic scene I've ever seen in a movie.
It's so Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
It's slow motion, like it's glass breaking everywhere. Like Jerry jumps the fuck out of this window.
He does. That's such a Sally Hardesty thing from Texas Chainsaw. I was like, oh, they even did the fucking window jump?
So they both start running, and Short Shorts gets found by Slausen, but she doesn't know that he found her yet.
Hold on, I have a little bit more. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, Woody jumps out the window. He sees him. Now Slausen is there again.
Yeah, but Short Shorts is in the museum, and we've already seen a scene where the mannequin or the animatronics are shooting guns, but now they all turn on by themselves and actually have real bullets in those guns. And it fucking turns on Short Shorts and keeps trying to kill her.
Well, and he grabs her before that, picks her up, and he's like, I gotta go get my doctoring kit.
I didn't hear that.
And I was like, well, he's obviously going to come out a new person because he has to go beat that person.
That person now.
Yeah. And I put, nope, she comes out and she's just sitting there. And the animatronics start shooting and he just sits there.
Mm-hmm. But then she gets a fucking axe to the back of the head.
Yes.
It was pretty
finally
metal,
get her.
Like just right in the back of the dome piece. So now I have that he goes back to get the blonde.
Yeah, he goes back to Molly.
Oh, so she must have just passed out or something in the
he got her, but he didn't kill her.
Okay, yeah.
So he talks to her a while, and then he puts a mask on her, and then he starts like kissing her.
Yeah, this is
really
the first
creepy.
time. This is the first time that anything real sexual has been introduced. Because he fucking goes for it, and is she tied down?
I don't remember.
Yeah, and
I didn't write that down.
But he won't do anything to her unless she has the mask on. So he fucking goes for it right after he puts the mask on her.
Right, and then that's where he gives the backstory, right? And he's like, "Well, here's the thing. I may have killed my brother and my wife.
Yeah, like you do.
They found them. They were fucking.
They was fucking. So he was actually more attractive.
It's every man's legal right.
Yeah, that's right. He does say that.
Go ahead and I killed him.
Yeah, it is in the Bible. It says if your wife fucks your brother, you can legally kill them.
And it hasn't affected me in a negative way at all.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I got my drinks.
It's okay.
Yeah, I got my talking friends.
I made out from the deal. Really.
You know what they call me? They call me normal. Slausen. That doesn't even rhyme, buddy.
Yeah. Guess what else?
What?
My brother had a Dr. Pepper machine. I got to keep it.
Yeah, got
so
to keep
it's all good.
Who's winning now? Davey.
Yeah, I'm not weird at all.
Got to go get my doctoring kit.
See ya. I'll be back.
So he's like, tell me you love me. Oh, I have that. And I don't know if I made a jump here. I said that he puts a mask of his wife on Molly. Is that right? Does the mask resemble his wife? Okay.
I believe Molly was already reminding him of his wife. So he was like, well, you remind me of her already.
Yeah.
So here's a mask and you can kind of finish the ensemble.
So then all of a sudden in a turn, he fucking freaks the fuck out and stands up straight. And he has this moment of realization where he's like, I killed my wife and my brother. All of a sudden he's clear-headed and he realizes what he's doing.
Well,
and
he
became
Slausen. I think he became just normal.
Just normal. Yeah.
And that's when he was like, fuck.
Yeah. And so then Jerry's fucking alive after the epic window jump.
Someone's at the door, and I put, it's Jerry.
It's Jerry busting with an axe.
Yeah, and there's some shit talking. Mm-hmm. They're like, he's like, I don't like you, and you don't like me.
Yeah. I try to help you fix your fucking car. And this is the thanks I get?
I gave you tools.
Yeah, tools. I didn't report you for swimming in paradise.
Yeah, I didn't charge you $1. I usually charge $1.
Yeah,
I told you that.
Did I tell you about the highway? I need the money.
Completely fucked me.
He says, what? He says you can't kill him, and he turns Jerry into a mannequin. Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
doesn't Jerry's
Jerry was
arm?
already a mannequin. So the Jerry that was at the door,
Yeah.
he had already worked on him. It was a done deal.
Okay.
He was
I
fucked
missed that.
already.
And so then he brings all the dolls to life. And,
Yeah, all the mannequins start to come alive. Mind bullets.
Yeah, and he starts dancing.
Yeah, why wouldn't
he? Molly,
and she's like, "This is not happening." It is pretty fucked up. And she hears whispering saying, "Join us, join us,
yeah.
join us."
And Molly sees the axe that was dropped by Jerry, and she grabs it and fucking sticks it in Slausen's neck. And all the same time, the dolls scream. Like they
all their mouths open. Yeah, super weird.
And then in an oddly fucking weird ending scene, it freeze frames. But before it freeze frames, which I love myself a fucking freeze frame.
Sure.
But it's her, like the suns come up, and she has all of her dead mannequin friends in the car with her.
Yeah, and she's like driving away.
The car works, by the way.
The car's fine, yeah.
Like, why did she take him? I mean, no offense to you, and if we never talk again after tonight because of the Star Wars debacle, I apologize. But, like, if you were dead or a mannequin, I'd leave you there.
Yeah, I guess for me, and it's not that so much that I would want to leave you there. Yeah. It's just like, all right, I've had enough, and I feel as though I need to get away. I'll come back.
I'm alive, though. Like, I know for a fact that I'm alive, and I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd be like, well, I should go get all my friends because they're in different places. Yeah. It's not like it was easy.
Well, see, the thing, too, is that, so, like, are we saying that if you got turned into a mannequin, that doesn't necessarily mean you're dead?
And she also had to be questioning at this point, like, is her brother really dead? Like, or is the brother really dead? Yeah, like, is there somebody else here? Like, I have no idea.
Let's talk about that. So, is this all in his head? Because, like, yeah, so that was the end of the movie, real quick. And that's the question that never gets answered is the how is he controlling things? Like, how is he pulling a Carrie? And, like, he can control mannequins, he can control objects and do what he wants with them. And then also turn people into mannequins. Like, I don't think it was all in his head. Like, I feel like the other people saw the mannequins screaming and stuff like that. But, like, how or why?
I guess really the only thing that you can say is that, like, well, I guess he could have had some sort of special powers.
He had a shine to him.
Yeah, what's that called when you can move things? It's
telekinesis. No, is it telekinesis?
Yeah,
or is telekinesis when I can, like, talk to you through mind?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that's what it was called in Friday the 13th Part 7, and that's what it's called in Carrie.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like they can move stuff, and maybe we just have to accept that as that, and
that's what it is,
or that the mannequins were like somewhat there was something left in them that was alive or something. I don't know, like enough to have reactions
because like Davy obviously wasn't alive, but he thought he had a relationship with Davy. So, and maybe like that's what I took away from the like Davy wouldn't talk to him until he put on the mask, and then Davy came alive. So somehow when Slausen puts on the mask, he turns into a different person, and that's how he's imagining all this. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I like this movie, and it's one of your favorite things. It's like 80 minutes.
It is, and I actually, when I was looking it up, I saw that it was one of the Joe Bob Briggs things, the Last Drive-In.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch this on the Last Drive-In in the basement because I still am hooked into Frank's. Hooked up in the Frank's thing.
Yeah.
And it was like 131 minutes. And I was like, how long is this fucking movie? And then I looked on.
Well, that's the thing. Joe Bob talks forever.
Yeah. So. And I was like, all right, well, never mind. I'm just going to.
Yeah. Joe Bob, I tried to watch, it might have been, I think it was like Halloween 4. This is one of the Halloween movies. Maybe it's Halloween 3. He did one of the Halloween movies and I watched it on Halloween. And after like halfway through it, I just turned it off because I was just like, this is too long. Like, I just want to watch the movie now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I do really like this movie.
It was super fun. Like I said, if I was younger and more judgy, because I think I was very judgy. You were judgy, but probably not quite as bad as me, maybe. I'm not sure. But I think that we would have been more like, oh, what a blatant ripoff.
Yeah.
nowadays, honestly, I really liked the mannequin stuff. I thought that was awesome.
It was creepy as shit.
It was creepy as shit, and it was fun. It was a fun movie that, like, literally a lot of times they don't know what to do at the end, but the end held up. Like, I never got bored. It was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Well, all right. I think we spent more time talking about other shit than we did the movie.
We might have. It's possible.
All right. Well, you got anything else, Bradley?
I have nothing else.
Fucking tell people to listen to this podcast if you listen to this podcast. That's all I ask.
There you go.
Other than that, after you take your family road trips and get out there nowadays, sit back, relax, and watch a movie.
Grant and Brad's Ghastly Gal.
This is